Hello, friends.
Alright, so I'm guessing you've read the patch and I haven't, so
Oh yeah,
um,
I just
so we're
looked
just
at
gonna
it.
go through like one by one and talk about every little change, I guess. Um, for the most part, seems like Amumu has a little bit of a buff, and Jarvan and Volibear got a little bit of a buff as well.
hmm
Yep. So okay, so let's look at Amumu changes first. Cursed Touch. They removed how much magic resisted. Magic it reduced or magic resisted reduces. Change it with
So
amplification of magic damage. So what are your thoughts on that? Because when I read it earlier, like in the patch note or the PVE patch notes, it was kind of interesting because it was true damage.
yeah, I think it's a pretty good change for Amumu. Like it helps out his team fight a lot, especially since he wants to be auto attacking things a ton. Since it will apply to his ultimate, it will be like really good with AOE mages like Oriana. The Oriana Amumu combo is gonna be really good, but he still has this problem with being easily dueled in the jungle still. So
Yeah, I mean when I saw the changes too, I thought the same thing. I was like, yeah, he's gonna be pretty good with like certain mid laners, but he's still gonna like suck against like the top tier junglers just because they can't do everything they can.
he will be pretty bad until he's able to duel enemy junglers, but at the lower elos he'll still be pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about despair. What did they change there? Was it just
Oh,
damage per second?
yeah, it just does a little bit more damage, but it also
Oh, and the tick rate
it
doubles.
reapplies touch or your the curse touch.
Wait, so they increased the damage by 2 and doubled the damage it does per second because it's every 1.5 or once per half second, or half damage per
Um,
tick. Oh no, it's the same thing. Okay,
yeah,
I didn't read all of it. Uh, oh wow, his ulti.
his ulti
So his
applies it,
ulti
which is why
becomes
it's
like
strong.
Vladimir ulti, right? Because he like
Yeah,
amplifies the damage everyone takes. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's a really nice buff for Moon. I don't know if it'll really like
it
help
won't
him in the
really
higher
change.
divisions.
It won't really change his spot. Like he's still going to be really good in the lower elos, and he'll still be pretty weak in the higher elos. But it's a nice little change.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah. All right. I mean, I don't want to look at Amumu too much because I don't really play the champion part. Know anyone who plays it like super religiously because it's pretty one-dimensional to a degree. But all right, Alistar is the second change. Passively heals all nearby allies. E cooldown reduced. Empowered attack deals more damage. Okay, well I know if I play support, so Alistar is pretty bad in like a lot of the matchups. Just because all the other supports are pretty abusive, like Karma, Zyra. I haven't actually played a lot of the mage supports, so I don't know like all of them. But like, if you're gonna pick Alistar, you might as well pick like Leona because you have more chain CC on that. Triumphant Roar, Ow Charity heals all nearby ally. Okay, whatever. I don't think it's gonna really do that much because what he needs a buff is like in the bot lane, not like overall gameplay.
Yeah,
Um,
the champion is just kind of weak right now, but it's a nice quality of life change. And early game, it's going to be a really big change for his E because he'll be up more often, but it's still like too long to reuse in a fight because most bot lane fights will be over by the time that it's re-up or that's already back up. So
yeah,
not not a
and it
huge.
scales with his level, right? So like, there's actually no point of maxing East though. Second,
Yeah,
right?
you still max it last, but you get 4 seconds off immediately level one. So there's still no reason to max it.
Yeah. I mean, earlier it was you get 2 seconds shaved off from 16 to 14. Now it's 12 to 10. Yeah, I don't even think that matters. Like 10 seconds, whatever. Minions affected by trample now. Just okay, whatever. All right. So one of the things I was reading, I don't know about you, but I used to be a huge Bard fan. So any Bard buff is a good buff. But this Bard buff is just like the biggest joke I've ever seen. Like it like redefined how chimes work, but nobody actually gets 100 chimes in a game. So like I've seen upwards to like 60 or 70, but that's still like higher caliber numbers. Like you normally average like 40 a game. So I don't really care about this one. But I
If
mean,
you're
like,
getting more than 100 chimes on Bard, you're doing something wrong.
yeah, you're probably not playing the game. Yeah, this is pretty. I don't know. Like, I never read like what the individual wants to do. Like 7-second meeps, but whatever. I don't think it matters that much. Meeps deal damage in a
It's just a
comb.
little bit more damage, I guess. It like reinforces his point as a really aggressive support, but that's kind of it. It's not a huge change at all. Very small.
Okay. So he doesn't do like bonus damage anymore. He gets like
I think
more
he does like
meeps or like.
15 bonus damage.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, like it's practically non-existent.
25 chimes means you get another 10% slow. I mean, like if you're in range to auto attack someone as Bard in late game or like in mid game, you're probably already dead. So like I don't think that's pretty good. Like I think he needs. I don't know what he needs. He probably needs more healing on his W. His heal is so garbage.
His W is a really weak ability, and like since it like you don't want to sit there and wait for 10 seconds late
Yeah.
game to get the heal. You want to drop it immediately.
Yeah, I
And
think its instant should have more healing, but
Mhm.
the charge up should be like the same amount.
Or they could just make they could probably just straight up buff it by giving it like more healing and then add a charge up to like maybe 5 seconds, so you can use it in like a fight and like you have to make the decision: do I want to take this now or later?
Yeah.
And that'll actually make a difference.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't play this champion anymore, so like he's like I don't see him enough at all either. Like nobody plays him.
Yeah, I think we're dwelling a little bit too much on Bard.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go to Camille. Um God, I hate this champion so much. W no longer heals off non-champion. R duration reduced at earlier ranks. Earlier rank? Okay. Wait, isn't that better?
No,
No,
it's a
it's
nerf.
worse. Okay. The duration is reduced. I thought it was cooldown. My bad. I read it
No.
wrong. Okay, so remove non-champion heal. Camille no longer heals up to 10%. Okay, thank God. Not that it really matters entirely when you have an 80% slow built into your kit, but
What are you talking about? Camille's perfectly balanced.
oh yeah, that's my bad. Champion is so
Literally
awful.
no flaws. All right, yeah, I was thinking about this one a little bit. It's actually gonna hurt her laning phase quite a bit because the way Camille would like trade is she would like go in with a hook shot, proc her true damage Q with the Tiamat, and then run out and like heal. If like she couldn't hit her W on the way out, she'd like heal off some minions, and then she'd end up winning the trade. But this like forces her to like stay in the fight a little bit longer to make sure she hits the tactical sweep, or to like risk trying to hit it with a hook shot, and she could end up missing it. So it's a pretty decent nerf, and her ultimate nerf is really big because you're actually going to be able to, like, she's not going to be able to kill you in 2.5 seconds that early into the game. So that's a pretty big change to her ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, their ulti, I don't know, like whenever you get ultied in like the early game or mid game stage, you just end up getting one shot anyway, right? Like in the first
Or
2
like
seconds
not
of the
early
ult.
game, not early game because she doesn't have enough AD, but like around like
No, but she uses it like
level
a
11.
a finisher technique, right? Like she kind of uses it to dodge your ability or something, and then
Yeah.
she finishes you off.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, you're probably right actually, because 4 seconds is like
It
really long
depends on the
time.
like yeah, like 4 seconds early game is like a large amount of time, but by level 11, she's not gonna really feel it anymore because she'll be able to kill you in that amount of time.
Oh, someone brought up a point. Camille, like the healing being removed, might hurt her a little bit on the jungle.
No one plays jungle Camille.
I mean, there's some people who play it.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
like
I think it's like 70-30, so like 70% play top and then 30% play jungle, but so like
these are, I mean, like if anyone played jungle Camille to start with, this is definitely such a large hit to her jungle capabilities that it's not worth playing. Because I played jungle Camille like twice on release. It was like pretty decent, but it's so much weaker in comparison to top lane Camille. And with the ult reduction, it's just not really worth playing in comparison to other ganking junglers.
yeah, that's true. Alright, let's move away from Camille. I hate that champion. Look at Galia. I know Galia when he came out, he had like 100, like his base damage was absolutely ridiculous. And I think they gave him a little bit of a buff on Q, but they removed something on his passive.
It's a change to his Q. It's focused on the early game without a doubt. Like they're trying to keep they're trying to like keep his identity as like an early game tanky bruiser. Yeah, his passive damage was reduced at lower levels by a pretty small amount, but it stays the same around till level 6, and his Q AP ratio went up, but the percent max health damage went down. So it'll be weaker versus tanks, but it'll do a lot more raw damage.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're trying to encourage him to be played as AP instead of just like full tank.
Full tank Galia is broken.
Yeah, that is annoying. The kill, his W is just obnoxious. Oh, AoE taunts. Woo! Alright, well, this Graves change I actually liked. I remember reading about this, but True Grit no longer grants magic resist. I mean, kinda nice.
I think the main reason they're just taking off magic resist is because you build a Maw anyway, so I don't think it'll make much of a difference. It'll hurt him, but like he'll still be in a dominant position as it just most overpowered jungler.
Yeah, I mean he's still gonna be a strong jungler. It's just like
Nothing changed. It's just
he can't make like super aggressive plays if he's not ahead enough, or else he's gonna be like outclassed by champions like Kog'Maw or I mean any AP mid laner. So
they're just like it's not going to be a thing you can really like think about when you're playing, because you're not going to pick a full magic damage team versus Graves just to counter his.
Yeah, but like like when like the enemy AP mid laner is fed, but you're Graves and you're like only 1-1 and you can still like kill them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like why can Graves do that?
The worst part about Graves is where like he like maybe ganks level like once at like level 6, he'll get like 1 kill, alright, whatever, and then he comes out of the jungle 10 minutes later from power farming, is level 18 full build and 2 shots your mid laner. That's the problem with Graves.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty hard to balance Graves, especially when you kill off like all the only champions that could actually beat him, which is like Nidalee. So
yeah, Nidalee, Elise, Lee Sin, those are like the only ones that can deal with him. We nerfed all of them except for like maybe Elise.
I mean, Elise just can't keep up. Like, I mean, she's like really good, but like she's too high skill cap. Where Graves is just like auto based, and you can just like dash around and shit.
And Graves is just so much better late game with the Elise falls off. All right,
yeah, Elise
let's
falls
move
off
on to Jarvan.
Yeah, Jarvan. W base shield higher at earlier ranks, slightly lower at rank 5. W bonus shield per enemy hit now based on Jarvan's maximum health. Now, I see whenever they buff Jarvan, they always buff his W. Like, the last, like, 2 patches about Jarvan just been his W. I mean, I think they want him to be
played. It's a trash build earlier.
Yeah, like, the one thing everyone's known is just been garbage for so long, but they keep doing it. I think it's nice, actually, just for, like, his tank stats later, because it's a percent of his HP now instead of, like, a flat per enemy hit.
Oh, yeah, everyone in the area. It's pretty decent, but like it's not gonna like shift his place in the meta. It's just a nice small buff, make him die a little bit less.
Yeah.
He'll clear a little bit better, but that's kind of the end of it.
Yeah. Alright, I don't really care about Jarvan anymore, but it's Jinx. Okay, Jinx E change. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, oh, I don't really care. But 6 seconds late game. On a late game hyper carry.
That's called a mistake. Yeah, I don't know. Jinx, like, she doesn't max her E, so until last level, so it's not gonna really do anything until super late in the game. So you're still gonna have the opportunity to spam gank her and shut her down. She's still like one of the worst ADCs right now, though.
Yeah, she's not doing so hot, so yeah. I mean, she'll get like 2, maybe 3 like chompers in a fight, so it's whatever.
She'll get like 1 or 2 more. It's an okay change
it's
for
like
late
it's
game.
it's like a zoning tool. Like you don't really use it to like I don't know. She's pretty.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't say she's like absolute garbage right now. I think she's like mid tier. She's like kind of below like she's like a basically like a a really weaker Caitlyn, in my opinion.
Yeah, she takes so much longer to ramp up into the game, and Caitlyn has so much more utility. There's no reason to really pick Jinx. She's okay though if you like to play her.
Yeah. Kassadin. W attack fixed to no longer cancel against targets that leave its. Okay, whatever. E cooldown reduced, R ratio increased. Okay, I mean, they're just like, dude, this is the most annoying thing ever. Because if you played since season 3, you know that Kassadin was like this monster of a thing that had like 98% ban rate or whatever. And, like,
Season 4, he was picked or banned in 99% of games.
yeah, like he was just absolutely ridiculous. Like this stuff right here is just like a little tear out of my eyes because it's like, wait, this game is like kind of whatever. But
Never
yeah,
again.
I mean,
Never forget.
yeah, Force Pulse, that's kind of nice. 5 seconds. You can charge the ability when you walk to lane, so that's actually pretty nice for Kassadin. Rift Walk, I think Rift Walk just takes too much mana when you stack it up, so maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I don't know.
The Kassadin changes, they're like okay, but like Kassadin won't be building a ton of like raw AP. He'll be building like Roa, Lichbane, Abyssal, Zanya's. Those aren't really like heavy AP items, not like Rabadon's Void Staff, so it's not going to benefit a ton. And you can't really spam Force Pulse early game.
Yeah,
so
because no one's using abilities except for you and the enemy laner. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't see Kassadin picked enough to consider this like a big win for him. But it's nice to see that Riot's actually looking at the champion they killed. Oh, Katarina. Now this is a champion I actually hate the most in mid lane because her E is just absolutely obnoxious. She can zone you with her daggers, which Katarina couldn't do before, and she pretty much can proc Thunderlords off of like 1W proc, or the dagger pickup proc, whatever it's called. So
she'll throw a dagger at you, E and E
yeah,
auto, and then
yeah, it's Thunderlords. It's like, oh god. Then she ease away. It's like, oh yeah, my trade's done. See you in 30 seconds.
I can do so much in this lane.
Yeah, it's so powerless. Like when you play against this champion, you're kind of forced to play wave clear mages or like pretty much something that has good utility to like just survive the or laning phase. Then again, if you can't capture her roaming potential, then you get fucked anyway. But so I think this is a nice change. It kind of gives more window opportunity to trade with her.
It's actually a bigger nerf than it looks like because a lot of people assume that like her E cooldown instantly resets when she picks up a dagger. It actually reduces a percentage of it,
Yeah,
especially
like
early game when she's not active. It's early game it's like 78%, scaling is like 99%. So this will make her like normally like if she'll pick up dagger, the cooldown's left at like 2 seconds. Now it might be 3, which is gives you a lot more time to actually respond and attack her. So
yeah. Alright, so Lux changes. Now, here's my first thoughts before I saw this. Okay, this is literally only good on ARAM. Okay. I don't think it's that great. I think it's like kind of like a consolation prize for killing someone with ulti, but I don't know. I just don't think it's that great. What do you think about it?
I mean, like, it'll at least you'll always like if you're playing Lux, you'll always pretty much get like the reset on Final Spark because the combos QER. I don't know. Until late game, it's practically useless though. The cooldown refresh.
Yeah, I mean, I hate how Lux is, but I don't hate the champion because she's obviously not viable in every.
She's pretty weak right now.
Yeah. She's weak, but when she hits you with a binding, it's like the end. Like you have to either search a Zanya's or have a QSS. Like you gotta have something to like just get out of it. But pretty weak other than that. Yeah, I mean I don't know. I just don't think it's gonna help her problems. But all right, Nunu. Now, when I read this, I thought this was ridiculous. This is absolutely beautiful for Nunu. Passive causes Nunu's next ability to cast one at a higher rank than Nunu has leveled it. So basically, level 1 Q is now level 2 Q. Base health and base health regen down. Okay, that's whatever. That's kind of nice, but Consume is just gonna do more, so why does it matter? So for his Q, it's 160 bonus or 160 plus 160 damage and plus 50 healing. That's kind of ridiculous. For W, he gets 1% movement speed and 5% attack speed. Whatever. Ice Blast is 40% more, or 40 damage more, and then 5% attack speed, or 5% movement speed slow. And then Absolute Zero, no one cares. Yeah, and then they nerfed his Q with it too. Okay, that's kind of nice, but 40 damage, 60. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Basically.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. He's still gonna have like 500 when he's like level 1, so that's 100 more than what he had before. So that's nice.
Yeah, I actually these changes are like they're bigger than they look, I suppose, but they're still like kind of small. Nunu was already in a pretty good spot with the Stoneborn change, and now he's just gonna be better. The only thing that really matters here is the getting Visionary with your Q, because you'll literally outsmite everything. There's nothing that you can't outsmite anymore with rank 6 Q. It's like 2,200 or 2,140 damage instantly. Yeah, that's just dumb. But that's kind of the end of it. Like, all the other ones are pretty useless.
Yeah, I think the only other good one would be E, because early game having a little bit more extra damage could help in like certain ganks, and also having the movement speed slow. Yeah, it only empowers his ganks and his counter jungling, but it's mostly gonna help his counter jungling. So kind of that. All right, Rengar. Q base damage reduced at later ranks. Okay, I'm not really sure what they're going for here, but damage per strike. Okay, it goes to 25 to 105. Okay. Ratio per strike. Okay, they nerfed him.
Yeah, it's just a straight up damage nerf.
Okay.
There's not really much to say about it. He's not like the best champion right now, but he's pretty good in pro play. He's like a picker ban. While at our ranks, he's like okay. This isn't really gonna like kill him or anything for anyone. It's just makes it easier to survive. That's it.
Yeah, I think Q is kind of nice to nerf because it's kind of like a ranged ability in a way. Okay, so Rumble, E recharge time increase. Okay, so he has 6 seconds. But I really don't think this one matters that much because Rumble's E mechanic is now like a charge up, so like he stores it. So I really don't think this one matters all that much.
I think it's just to make it so you can't constantly spam it mid game when it does a dumb amount of damage, but it's not going to change really anything or how strong Rumble is. Rumble is probably one of the best top laners right now, and this isn't going to change anything.
Yeah, I think he's a good, really good team fighter. I wouldn't say he's like best top laner, but he's definitely a good contributor to the team in terms of playing top lane champions. Okay, so Shaco, I've not read anything about Shaco's. Passive attack damage scaling down. Okay, Q base damage removed. What? Cooldown increased. Q's ability power ratio moved passive. Wait, Q had a ability power ratio?
Yeah, it would when you Q to Shaco, your next auto attack would do
be
bonus
empowered,
damage.
Yeah.
And it makes it so you don't they don't want you to max it anymore. So that's what I think at least. So you should probably be maxing E, because when you max Q on Shaco, you could just stealth in from across a lane, and they could do literally nothing about it. I think they want to get rid of that. They want to like have at least a little bit of counterplay to his Q, so they're putting the damage on his fast instead.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, he was kind of oppressive. Like last few patches, like he's been pretty decent in jungle. I know Moon played it in LCS, so I don't know if it went well for him, but I'm pretty sure he's like not awful.
Moon does whatever the shit he wants.
Yeah, he really does. Alright, Syndra bug fixes. Okay, no one cares. No longer reset of the first caster. I don't really care. I'm beating a dead Hecarim, okay. Talon, Q damage reduced at lower ranks. Now, I really like this because Talon did way too much damage. I think his level 2 all in was really good. He was able to pretty much do 450 damage with Ignite, so I think it's a really nice nerf. I mean, I don't know. I don't see talent enough in the mid lane, but
Yeah, it's to make the early game a little bit less oppressive, and keep in mind that it's gonna also nerf his crit. It's like a 30 damage drop off sometimes too with the crit.
oh yeah, true. Alright, so Volibear. R can bounce twice as many enemies. Okay. Um, I don't really know. I don't
Champion's
think.
practically broken now. Can bounce to 8. What?
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be 8 champions on the enemy team to bounce to that. I think it's whatever. Like,
No, it's like, oh, he's still trash. Uh, like it's a little bit better. Like I guess if the enemies like try to run away, you can like catch them out a little bit better with your ult, and it's a little bit more consistent to AOE down team fights. But the way Volibear is right now, he won't be doing enough damage, and he won't be tanky enough. All right, like he doesn't provide enough CC or anything for a tank, so he's still in a pretty bad spot.
yeah. Karma Splash, whatever. Raptors.
Makes them a
Um,
little bit easier to clear.
yeah, I think this is really nice for some junglers that were like kind of close to unplayable, or like kind of on the verge of being like really hard to clear with. Now it makes it easier for them.
Yeah,
Um,
no, like some junglers would just avoid the raptors, like Kha'Zix often will, because he can't really AoE them down, and he'll die too quickly because he's not tanky enough.
yeah,
Now he can like actually kill them.
yeah, that's really actually nice. Lifesteal interactions for your XW the wall. Oh, you can lifesteal off of the walls. You can lifesteal off of Void Storm. You can lifesteal off of the tentacles, ghosts, bushwhacks. Okay, whatever. And then the traps. Okay. It's whatever. That's kind of nice, I guess. There's
That's kind of
no.
all the changes, right?
Yeah, I thought there would be some other jungle changes like last patch, but I guess not.
No.
Reading comments. Oh, Lux is getting ARAM now. Uh, Lux. What in the world? Okay. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it for patch notes. I mean, do you have any like thoughts for this patch? Like,
Just overall,
yep.
this was a pretty small patch. If probably the biggest change would have to be to Shaco. He would be a little bit less oppressive. Um, and Camille, if you like to play her. But overall, it's a pretty small patch, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a really small patch. They didn't really do like a lot of things, but they gave some more power to the junglers. I think like most buffs here were just for junglers. Yeah, like some minor, yeah, they were all just for junglers actually. Everything else was just like either like a token chance to like kind of be okay at what you do, or like just like whatever. I'm just gonna throw you aside.
Mhm.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's gonna be. Oh, you have anything to say?
Or I was just gonna say thanks for having me on.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, that's probably gonna be the end of patch notes. I think we're doing a podcast tonight, so about RPL, and since it's starting next week, for that, I don't know, like it's gonna be at probably 11 p.m. EST. Yeah, and then when next patch comes out, we'll probably have either a new guest or maybe if Echo wants to come back, we'll have him as well.
All right, well, thanks for having me on. See ya.